everybody, I'm Nalo, and today we are going to do the 6 everyday spiritual practices for the busy life. I wanted to do this video today because there's been so many times I've looked up on YouTube like daily spiritual practices, how do I implement this in my life, and as many great videos as there are, I feel like you have to have like an extra 2 hours in your day, or you got to wake up extra early in the morning to do these things because they are so time consuming. And I felt like I was neglecting my spiritual practices because I had to pay bills and I had other things to do. Whereas yes, it's a priority, but I wanted to figure out a way where I can put that in my practice without sacrificing things that I have to do every day. So I decided to experiment for a while and figure out some things that I could do, and then I could share with you guys because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are very busy as well. Okay, so the first thing is after I've been waking up by all my animals and everything, I like to tidy up. So whatever it is, just a few little things back in the dirty clothes hamper, or just tidying up any trash that I left from when I was eating some food the day before. So yeah, I just feel like when you're tidying up, I think it helps me have a clear mind, and start the day off decluttered, because once I have a clean house, then I can sit down and focus and declutter my life because it needs some work, okay? So the second thing that you can put in your spiritual practices is honestly just to burn some incense. I feel like whether it's wake up in the morning and light a candle, or wake up, or when you're going to bed, you have a certain incense and you want to pick that incense and put in your intention. Like if you have like a rose incense, or right now I've been burning Indian cones. They are amazing smelling, and to me it gives me the feeling of just like purity and cleansing and just very like open. So I do those in the morning and in the shower, which I'll get to later. But I just feel like having that amazing smell while I'm doing the things that I need to do in the morning or getting ready for work just puts me in a good mindset, instead of me waking up late and rushing and I'm like, oh my God, and not having incense, because incense make everything better. So the next thing, the third thing, is just to make some tea. Now, as many as you know, I drink tea like every day. It is so great. Lately, I've been drinking elderberry, lemon verbena, rose hips, and tulsi mixed together. And then, of course, some honey, because what's tea without honey? But yeah, just waking up in the morning, boiling some water, and then I'll go and like brush my teeth and do what I need to do, and then pour my tea and drink that throughout getting ready for the rest of the day. And it's almost like, I guess how they say with a cup of coffee, and you really just get to sit there for a second. And even if I don't always get to sit there, I'm drinking my tea while I'm doing things, and it's just helping me like relax and take a second to enjoy the tea. And of course, because of the spiritual things of it, those herbs are helping you every day, so that's always a plus. Number 4 is I always have to check on my plants. Now, to me, that is a spiritual practice because, of course, connecting yourself with the earth, and my plants are always a reflection on myself. If my plants are dying, or like they're not doing good, or they're looking a little sickly, it's probably because I haven't taken a break for myself. I haven't taken time to really just sit back and look at myself and be like, okay, what today can I do for you? So when I'm neglecting my plants, or if I forget to take care of my plants, it is a reflection on myself. So every morning I get up and I just go in there, stick my finger in the soil, check to see if it's dry or if it needs to be watered. Then, of course, whatever needs to be watered, I water them. Depending on the day or how much time I have, I'll go ahead and clip those dead leaves off, because you don't want your plant to waste energy on trying to repair a leaf that's already dying. And then really just sometimes I sit out there while I'm doing that, and I'll drink my tea, and I'll put on some 70s music, because lately that has been my jam, and I'll just like dance and, you know, water some plants and drink some tea, and just really like just take a minute for myself and really just vibe with the earth and with my plants. Alright, so the fifth spiritual practice that we can implement in our lives is going to be a spiritual shower. Now, whether this is in the morning or at night, or usually I just do it whenever I work out and, you know, depending on my work schedule, but all I do, and it's so simple, it doesn't have to be like a super long shower, you know, you're in there for 30 minutes, your fingers are all pruny. You literally just, I light an incense depending on how I'm feeling that day, or, you know, what intentions I want to set in the shower. I go ahead, burn that incense. I put on some Indian flute music, like meditation music. I'll link this Spotify playlist below because it is my absolute favorite playlist to do my shower meditations to. And then I maybe even light some tea light candles, and I turn the overhead bathroom light off. I have this little like oil burner thing, wax burner, and it has a little light, so it's enough light to where I can see while I'm taking a shower, but it kind of sets that mood, you know. And I just sit there, and while I'm like washing my body or like washing my hair, I'm just imagining like all the bad things, or like all the things that might put weight on me, or I might, you know, sit on or dwell on tomorrow, or starting that day, you know, from the day before. I just imagine all that coming off, you know, just releasing all that negative energy and all those bad things, and just like starting fresh. And so by the time I get out of the shower, I am like cleansed within myself, and like mentally and physically I am just cleansed and ready to start the new day or go to bed, so that the next day is just as amazing as the day before. So that has become something that has like really helped me, just mentally. That's one of my biggest things that I love to do throughout the day. And like I said, you gotta take a shower, so just doing that, you're really not even losing any time. Maybe like 30 seconds to light incense, but for the most part, it's gonna take the same amount of time it takes you to take a shower to focus and cleanse your mental and physical state. So that is a great one. And then last but not least, I honestly probably should do this more, but I do it when I have time. I've been using the Headspace app, which is really helped me with my meditation practices, because I'm very scatterbrained and I have a lot of anxiety, so my brain never stops, and meditation has been really hard for me. And you know, of course, practice makes perfect, and I'm not gonna stop, but I wish I could do it more. But with that being said, a lot of times in the morning when I take my dog to the dog park, sometimes I'll lay out on the picnic table and there's a bunch of trees, and I'll just like do a 5-minute meditation with Headspace there. Or if I get to work like 5 minutes early, I'll sit in my car and I'll put it in the speaker and I'll do a meditation right before I go to work. Or if I like get like a 5-minute break or something at work, go and do that meditation. So instead of just spending my time doing something that probably doesn't matter, like watching Netflix or whatever, I can take that time, just 5 minutes, to really cleanse myself. So it's almost kind of like that same thing with the shower. You're just like resetting your mind. And with those, doing that every day has really helped me at least feel like I'm putting more into my spiritual practices. Of course, I do more things on some days than others, but that has been really important for me, and I feel like it's really made a difference. And I think another important thing is with those practices, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. I always am like, oh, well, I didn't do these things in this exact order and I suck. And that's just not a healthy way of thinking. And when I learned to really just like give myself a break and listen to my body and understand that some days it just doesn't go as planned, and some days I'm really tired and I need a nap, and that's okay, and it's nothing wrong with me or that I can't set my spiritual practices as a priority and I should be ashamed of that. Like, no, it's nothing about that. You do what you can. And I think that's very important to remember, as long as you're trying, that's gonna be enough. It's enough. So while you're implementing these things into your life, or trying your own spiritual practices, definitely make sure that you have to listen to yourself, and you have to listen to your body and your mind. And knowing that there's different things that people feel are spiritual practices for themselves. Really, to me, anything that I'm doing to grow within myself is a spiritual practice. Whether that's reading my tarot cards, and do a daily read every day, or dealing with my plants, or making new teas, or trying new things, or just simply getting out of bed and sweeping and mopping that day, or working out and pushing myself really hard during a workout. So just remember, don't be so hard on yourself. So I forgot to film this outro, and the sun has moved, so I'm over here. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I had so much fun working on this video, and there will be plenty more coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment below any topics that you guys would like me to talk about, like Wiccan, pagan religion, spirituality, plants, literally anything, working out, lifestyle changes, decoration, any of that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Everybody, look how cute Jasper is. You want to be in the video. Hi, Jasper. I love you. He's so cute. And look at the beautiful green eyes.